In 1485, Da Vinci drew out his idea for a flying machine, a groundbreaking idea with no possibility of execution. Still, this idea for a flying machine changed how people saw the world, as do so many inventions. But we need engineering to design, test, and bring innovation to market. One discovery is never really just one discovery, but a domino effect of discoveries and little iterations. Imagine if Da Vinci had a team of engineers working on his flying machine in 1485. Where would we be today?
We always talk about how science and engineering is going faster and faster and how the breakthroughs are coming more quickly. And one of the mechanisms behind the acceleration are technologies like NI is producing to make sure that when you have an idea, that you can quickly develop it. The LED is the perfect example of how people dedicated to the process of engineering can change the trajectory of the world in ways they never imagined, just by focusing on the little things.
Thanks to their efficiency, LEDs are quite literally all around us today, illuminating our world and helping us make progress from every vantage point, from lighting our homes to fighting climate change and revolutionizing medical therapies. But they haven't always been what they are today.
In 1879, Thomas Edison comes along and he's working on different ways to take filaments and put voltage across them, heat them up, and then produce light. And there was a fellow by the name of Henry Joseph Round who worked for somebody named Guglielmo Marconi. And he's actually working with these things called cat whisker detectors. What he's doing is trying different configurations with something called silicon carbide and a fine little wire. While he's touching the silicon carbide, he notices an illumination. He observes it and says, hey, I've noticed this electroluminescence. And there was an experimentalist named Oleg Losev. He said, is this thermal electric or is it actually cold light that is electroluminescence? The point that he made the observation and related it to the quantum theory effect really cemented him as first the person that created an LED and then observed that it was cold light and not thermal electric.
There were decades of continual refinement across thousands of engineers, from the first innovation of LEDs to the lights we have in our homes today. Each little improvement having a monumental impact. 8 to 30 million little LEDs put together and specifically programmed creates a jumbotron. In our cars, LEDs are used to light displays and help us communicate through high-frequency blinks. LEDs are even being used in medicine to illuminate a patient's skin, so you can scan under the surface and monitor cancer cells without ever having to do surgery.
We have a platform that we start with. It's a platform that allows one person's solution to become the next person's challenge. And then all the cascading happens that takes us to a new place with things that we probably couldn't even predict. These little iterations, these little things, they all add up. Multiply that across the scale of entire cities, countries, the whole planet. That's how you change the world.